All this coverage you see of the Winter Olympics is coming from this room.
I work for Post Media, which is Canada's largest conglomeration of newspapers.
I'm Sam Price. I'm working here for Touchline.
The main press workroom at the main media center seats close to 400 journalists from around the world. Journalists covering hundreds of athletes for their home country, and others covering far fewer.
Actually, we do have only 2 athletes, which is competing the cross-country skiing.
Walk in and you hear the pitter-patter of articles being typed, the pings of pictures being uploaded, and the sound of snacks untouched by journalists too busy to even think about opening a bag of crackers. And if you listen closely, you'll probably also hear the sighs of exasperated journalists.
Look at my eyes. I mean, you don't sleep at an Olympic Games.
The first Olympics assignment for some, and for others,
I am on 7th Olympics.
This is my 14th Olympic game.
The Olympics alone is a tireless, once-in-a-lifetime assignment for many. Add to it a pandemic and China's zero-COVID policy, and it becomes a journalist's playpen that requires a lot of coordination.
I'm just trying to work out how to book a train ticket. I think I've done it, but then it's on the app. So I've got to check on the app that the ticket's there, and I've got no idea on the app of actually where the code is. So.
Well, because of the closed loop system, we're reliant on the Beijing shuttle buses and media designated transport. So, yeah, to get to the mountains, for me, I have to get a bus from my hotel to the press centre, and a bus from the press centre to the train station.
Yesterday, a colleague of mine took 11 hours there and back to do one interview. So to get from place to place is not easy.
That closed loop means journalists can't just meet athletes in person for pre-match interviews. There are no fan stories to capture or culture pieces to write up.
You can't speak to any local people at all. You are very much as if you're on a different planet. So to get to know the real China and to experience China, we're not having that experience, and so it feels very unusual.
It was quite strict, very strict. From the airport, from the very beginning, everything is so strict.
But even with those restrictions, there's no shortage of stories.
But probably I write about 4 or 5 stories per day.
The first thing I've been doing is interviewing my own team. So getting wrap-ups and preview content for what you need to know about Canadian hockey, what you need to know about the curlers that are here. So kind of information that our audience can use to get them into the games. I've also been doing just some fun kind of social media videos. So of course the robots are a big hit here at these games.
Still, that does little to take away from journalists' laser focus on their country's athletes. By the way, here are a few standout names if you're looking for athletes to root for.
Petra Vlhova, alpine skiing.
Scotty James just won the X Games.
Laura Deese in the skeleton is probably our biggest gold medal hopeful.
So this room is non-stop. It's 8 p.m. on opening ceremony day, and people are still in here working. And to show you just how non-stop it is, I want to show you there are lockers outside for members of the press to store their things in overnight. And then if we go over here, there are even sleeping pods for journalists to take naps in. How many hours of sleep are you getting?
6, what maybe.
Even with the exhaustion that comes from 12-hour days, it doesn't change that any Olympics is an unforgettable experience, no matter which way you cut it.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been really exciting. Got here a few days ago. Already there's a lot of activity.
It's like such a day-by-day experience. It was so difficult to even get here, you know, with all of the COVID protocols and the testing. It's like every day above ground, every day not in isolation feels like a victory.